Good morning and welcome to the Monday morning show. A lot of mornings there. It is the start of a new week. My name is McHugh David. I'm publisher and editor of the news. You can find the news on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. If you're watching us live, we do appreciate it. If you do watch us later, we do upload these videos to YouTube as well as our audio and video to our website, www.livingstonparishnewscom/podcast. Those are free. Again, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Your traffic for today, heavy delays starting at the Denham Springs exit heading westbound on I-12, as well as heavy delays after O'Neill and heading into the 10-12 split. No delays after the 10-12 split as of right now. Beautiful morning, 73 degrees Fahrenheit, high of 87 today. Gonna rain a lot this afternoon, 80% chance of rain. That chance of rain extends through tomorrow, but keeping it cool. High 60s at night, 81 degrees is the high during the day. There's a poll online right now that you can find at www.livingstonparishnewscom/opinion. It is regarding the commercial property in Live Oak. We're interested in the community's opinion. It is also on our Facebook page. You can find it by scrolling down our timeline. Excuse me. We're interested in folks' opinion, what they think. There's several options there. You can leave a comment if you think it's something completely different or maybe a mixture of several. But we are interested in your response to that. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, there is a story online, www.livingstonparishnewscom/news that discusses the, I guess you could say, interesting situation in Watson in which a gentleman started building a building on his property and had gone through the parish as a channel for the permitting, as opposed to going through the parish council and permitting or really the zoning commission. So Mr. Gary Frog Talbert is under the impression that they did that knowingly, having skirted the process. The owner and the parish president seem to believe that everything is kosher. So we have two varying beliefs here, trying to figure out which path it will eventually become. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Crazy situation on Cane Market Road over the weekend. A culvert collapsed, causing a complete fallout of a section of road just west of Spring Lake subdivision. We are going to be getting on the phone with the parish today to try to see what kind of repairs are going to be done and what timeline we're looking at. As of the end of the weekend, no timeline had been given. Just please do not. It's a rough distance. It's just enough down Cane Market to be a problem. Try not to use Cane Market if you need to head west. Head up to Springfield Road or down to Arnold if you need to cut across east or west. A man from Springfield who is actually going to be our guest this afternoon on the afternoon show. The afternoon show will be a little late. It'll be at 5:30 p.m. because that's when we could get Mr. Tim in. Mr. Tim Gross, I believe it's Gross, could be Grouse, from Springfield, through the Builders Association and Contractors Association. Participated in this Learn While You Earn journey. It's very fascinating. We're going to ask him a lot of questions about it this afternoon. But he got to meet the president, vice president, and the president's daughter to discuss these sorts of things. And we're going to ask him all about it. Like I said, this afternoon, 5:30 p.m. Check out the show then. Euthanasia rates are down at the Walker Shelter. A multi-point approach has been used to try to ensure that. Just to give you sort of some facts and numbers about how much it's down. In 2012, 1,000 animals came into the shelter and 356 had to be euthanized. In 2019, it was only 149 animals and only 7 were euthanized. So it went from about 35% to less than 10% in 7 years. And part of that is due to the efforts of Mary Gray, who is the director of the shelter, and her participation with the council and the city's willingness to help out. Not only are they doing things differently at the shelter, which you can read about online, one of which is making sure that dogs are properly trained when people come to try to adopt them. But they're also utilizing rescue groups and corporate partnerships locally have adoption days and things like that. So it's really helping to keep that euthanasia rate down. She also, in a separate piece, sort of a sub piece, goes on to talk about what a no-kill shelter is and how that label is hard to define. Again, you can read about those www.livingstonparishnews.com/news. We're $5 a month online. If you are having trouble staying logged in, if it's not pervasive, please give us a call, 225-665-5176, and we can help you out with that. Or email drew@lpn1898.com. Coming up tomorrow for lunch, the Livingston Young Professionals will be hosting their second annual Livingston Future 5 Awards. And one of the keynote speakers for tomorrow will be Mr. Jody Purvis, who is now an assistant superintendent. He'll be discussing his early career and the things that he does to help his sort of, I guess you could say, meteoric rise through the school system. So again, that will be from 11:30 to 1 at Forest Grove, second annual Livingston Parish Chamber of Commerce, Livingston Parish Future 5 Awards. That's tomorrow. Keep an eye on our website for an update and a chance to see who wins next year. Great story online from Mr. William Weathers about the Doty brothers from Denham Springs. They are both now bound for Tigertown is the title of the article. Very cool article, very fun read. It's at www.livingstonparishnews.com/sports. Probably going to be the focal piece for this sports section coming up on Thursday. Please remember we're in a magazine style now. On Thursdays, very durable, very portable. We like the way that it presents the colors and the pictures. So please check that out if you would. My pop screen has not been participating with me very well as of late. Also, in softball news, which is interesting, from Mr. Rob DeArmond here. Excuse me. The LA Blazers Elite, which has 3 Livingston Parish players from Live Oak, Doyle, and French Settlement, wrapped up their Junior Olympic Cup participation recently, and Mr. Rob DeArmond caught up with them, had a little summer wrap up for them, because believe it or not, a lot of orientations this week, school starting next week. We're here. Summer is just about over. It's not quite over, but it's just about over, I know, for most kids, so they're wrapping it up. Again, Satsuma Baptist over the weekend gave away 200 backpacks. That was on Saturday. We'll be catching up with Mr. David Gray today to see just how many they handed out, if they handed out all of them, and how that event went. It was also very family friendly, and they had a lot of rides and things of that nature. We'll also be holding the results and showing them to you in Thursday's paper, who was the laziest dog of summer. That's been going on now for about 5 or 6 years. And it's always fun to see who y'all voted for, who y'all thought was the laziest dogs of summer. So please be on the lookout for that. That will also be in Thursday's paper. One more time around the bend, heavy traffic now beginning to stack up just about from the Denham Springs exit to Sherwood. Delays heading into the 10-12 split. No delays after the 10-12 split as of yet. Looks like traffic clears up after that. 190 appearing pretty clear in Denham Springs at 4-H Club Road. 64 heading into Central. Minor delays at the light at Greenville Springs. Your weather today, it's currently 73 degrees. It actually feels like 73 degrees too. I love that when they tell you it's this temperature, and it really does feel like this temperature. 87 degrees is your high, but afternoon thunderstorms are expected. 80% chance of rain. That will drop the temperature tomorrow though. Roughly into the high 60s, maybe low 70s overnight. High of 81 tomorrow, but then it gets back hot again Wednesday with some lower chance of rain. Again, my name is McHugh David. I'm publisher and editor of the news. We appreciate you joining us. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Please remember that Mr. Tim Gross from Springfield will be on our show this afternoon at 5:30. He spoke to the president, the vice president, and Miss Ivanka Trump about his journey through this Learn While You Earn thing through the Builders Association and Contractors Association. And we look forward to catching up with him this afternoon. We will see you then. Have a great day.